Welcome back. This is the second season of the Seven Spill.
Yeah.
I'm your guest. I'm your host, Uno.
Yeah, I'm Matthew Aaron.
And today we got a special podcast. We got the gang with us, like we said we was gonna do this year.
Definitely.
We was gonna bring 7 records, all the people all the way through. So we got Phyllis Driller in the building.
Yeah.
We got my nigga OZ as always. He in the building.
What's good?
Got my nigga Chris the Thrillist in the building this week.
Yeah.
And we got a special guest with us. Came all the way down from the Central Coast, you know what I'm saying? Came in to do his thing. Lorde Sanctus in the building.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Holy Lord Sanctus, God of the coast. Don't forget it.
Don't forget it. Sanctus, you got how you been, man? You good this summer? How you been?
Hey, shit, I'm happy I survived the summer, man. Shit was fucking shit was fucking crazy. I'm assuming it's the same out here, but just I seen the privilege and the caucasity is at an all-time high.
All-time.
So look, that's a perfect segue. So we can jump right into that.
Go ahead.
So let me ask y'all a question, man. How do y'all feel about where the hip hop culture is at its core right now, and then a little deeper? How do y'all feel about people being a part of the culture or wanting to be a part of the culture and not understanding where the culture started or knowing the history or knowing the groundworks to get hip hop to where we're at today? You guys can go on that.
Shoot, I'll start. I think that hip hop is in a really good space right now. I think a lot of people are like trying new things. They're learning. People are you're able to do things in your own space now. So people are experimenting more. People are coming up with their own ideas. I think that is very good for hip hop. I think that's almost going back more closer to the roots than it is straying away from it. There's always going to be culture vultures. You know what I'm saying? They've been dealing with that since the beginning. But if you don't really know the history, then I don't really know if you're really prepared for what's to come. I mean, you know, they say all the time that, you know, history repeats itself. But even past all of that, it's one of those things to where it's like, well, you don't know Rakim. You don't really know Run DMC. You don't know. You don't know.
Nothing
So how? Yeah, exactly. So how can you influence? How can you? I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like, okay, well, I mean, that's a problem for me. Yeah. I think that is a problem.
We got people that in these areas that we are where most of them, and it's predominantly white. And we have these people that believe that they can push the culture forward without understanding the culture. Yeah. And it baffles me at points and times because I don't understand where the privilege, as Sanctus was talking about earlier, where the privilege comes where you
caucasity, as he said.
Yeah. And that's definitely the title of this episode for sure. That's the title.
Fact.
Just the caucasity, is that it? Did I say it right?
Yes, sir.
Just the way that they go about it. And Sanctus, you could talk a little bit about it. What's your opinion on it?
I mean, well, it's interesting because I was honestly just talking on a political scale. Like, it's crazy on that level, but on this level as well, I see it. And I didn't put a color to the privilege when it comes to hip hop.
Yeah.
If we're talking about hip hop, it's just privilege across the board because I see it, and maybe it's a generational privilege. But it's interesting because I am older than most people out here in the game. So I seen. I went from in high school where, you know, I didn't get to do a lot of things because I was so dedicated to hip hop that my school was like, if you look like that, you dress like that, it's over. It's a wrap for you. Yeah. Now to come back in that same school, you know what I'm saying? Everybody
showing love
looks like it Uzi Vert, and you know what I'm saying, and it's all good. And at first, like when I first got into the industry, I was cool with like, yeah, let everybody join, let everybody in. And when that whole Little Yachty situation went down with Ebro, when Ebro tried to make a freestyle, and you know, there's that argument of does the newer generation need to really respect the pillars of hip hop?
Yeah.
And during that time, I was kind of like, nah, you know, it's all good. Let them live, let them do their thing. Yeah. But as time has progressed, and then here comes 6ix9ine. You know what I'm saying? Right. And here comes, and as I'm looking, I'm seeing like dance, and because I love dance as well, hip hop dance, like break, b-boy, all that shit. So dance and just the culture at large is no longer owned by us at all. And that's because I think we did not pay homage to the pillars, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't enforce people paying homage to the pillars. And so that's now out here trying to build our own microcosm, our own scale version of a hip hop industry out here on the smaller level. Yeah. As we build it up, I'm feeling more protective of these pillars, and I'm feeling like they need to be acknowledged a lot more than they are being acknowledged.
I agree. Fair.
Agree.
Definitely.
OZ, you want to touch on the subject a little bit?
Man, musically, are you weak? Nah, musically, I just think it's exactly that. It's a lot of entitlement and a sense of ownership over what's been created for you.
Yeah.
I think if you take the race element out of it, we being younger have a lot of privilege that we take with an inherent ownership over what we do. It's ours. It was made for us. It's by us. It's here for us, and it'll be here for our kids.
FUBU, nigga.
I'm saying, nigga.
FUBU.
Good fuck.
So, yeah.
And I think that's 100% fair. And like, not justify, but definitely specify that there's a specific type of person I'm talking about when I say generational privilege. Sure. And I do think color does play into it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because I'm noticing that those that aren't black, in my mind, this is something you can't move around. You can't move around with hip hop and not include black people if you have the opportunity to include black people,
if they're dope.
You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's not just about their blackness, it's about their dopeness. Right. But I mean, the blackness does matter as
for
well,
sure.
in my opinion.
For sure.
And I feel like that's just, but even in hip, like, let's just take the color out of it again, right? In hip hop culture, I feel like there is an unspoken rule where you pay homage to the people that are doing it, you know what I'm saying? And like, that is I'm not over here saying that I need that. What I am over here trying to say is that, like, you can't put people who have done more than you in the first time chair. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's the part I'm just not fucking with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about degrees or fucking hard ticket sales at fucking
show
respect.
Respect.
What I'm saying? Like, and really give a shit, because we can go to whoever, you know what I'm saying? We all have credentials we can list off.
For sure.
But at the end of the day, like, if the goal is to put on for the city like we say it is, then
the goal is to unify.
Let's put on for the city. You know what I'm saying? And the best in the city. You feel what I'm saying? Like, at that. So that's why people don't really like my message a lot of times, is because I'm unapologetic about who I think is dope and who I think is not.
Yeah.
So,
as you should be, though.
Yeah, exactly.
and it's not personal, but that's just how I feel. That's just what it is.
Mm-hmm. And if you feel whack, level up.
Right.
That part.
So, what you think, Chris?
What you think?
Okay. So I mean, as far as I stand with it, I feel the same way as far as it being necessary to pay homage to the pillars and the foundation. But I also feel like, I don't know, me always, like, I guess, like, working with, like, kids and stuff, I've really always kind of had, like, this understanding of, I guess, meet somebody where they're at type of thing. So it's always been to me like, okay, if somebody's not there and they don't even understand what they don't know, like take them at that. So and I know sometimes that's taken as like, I guess, like giving someone an opt out or copping out, but
you giving the pass?
I mean,
but it depends. It does depend, like, cause that I get. But I guess even when I say pay homage, I don't mean like find the oldest nigga that's been doing hip hop in your city, like buy that nigga dinner.
Ask him all the questions.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. But what I am, to me, paying homage to your forefathers is really honing in on your craft and taking that shit seriously. You know what I'm saying? And not just looking like you trying to hit a lick. Like, oh, if I buy these glasses with these shoes and this car, take this picture, grabbing on this butt cheek, it's all gonna work. It's gonna hit a viral movie.
And I'll say I agree with that. But like, I think about, let's say like with basketball or anything, right? Like, not every single kid went into the game like, I'm coming in the game to be the most dominant in the NBA, and that's what it's going to be. First, I mean, I would hope at least some people went in like, that looks fun, let me play that, and say, oh, I really fucking enjoy this. I really want to get down with this.
Into it.
So, I mean, I feel like everybody don't necessarily start on that. I'm coming in this to dominate this all jump, but I hope that you would get there once you experience it and you decide that it's something you're going to do.
Okay.
I could play devil's advocate a little bit, but we could be on this topic all fucking day.
All right.
We could be on this topic all day. I did want to ask, switch gears, way gears. I did want to ask, and we'll start with Philly. We're all artists, and we all have things that we have going on in our personal lives and our work lives.
Mm-hmm.
And within being an artist, there are things that sometimes compromises your personal relationships.
Definitely.
So what I wanted to ask pretty much was, is there advice that we can give people that are out there, even though we're still, I'll say personally, I'm still struggling with those, that
how do you balance it?
The balance of it. But is there advice that we could give people that can have them navigate a certain way to, your personal life is here, your work life is here, and we can go full forward on both of them without it being a clash at some point?
Okay.
Philly, we can.
I mean, I feel like I still struggle with it a little bit too. I mean, with like even just like not even like super deep relationship, even with the ones that we just like from the people we meet when we're out, like that's a big thing to like uphold. Like we was just talking about it the other day with the songs, with the summer tape and shit, like meeting people and then just going straight into like sending songs out and like making these actual like relationships with people. Like even that type of stuff is crazy. But as far as like with like significant others and things like that, as far as advice, anything.
Yeah, because we don't even have to necessarily go with significant other. We can go from the same thing as turning on, okay, Uno with my niggas.
Exactly.
Jay with my niggas. Yeah. And Uno to the outside people.
Exactly.
Turning that switch on and off, and when it's okay to turn it off and when it's okay to, you know.
Yeah. I think that as far as like with your like personal relationships, like it's important just to be straight up about like things. Like that's the way that you can easily like get things out, and kind of that's one advice, like piece of advice that I could give everybody, is be straight up, like with whoever you talking to, or whoever, even if your family or whatever, tell them what it is, and then they gonna know really that there's, you know what I mean, like that there is a you that is doing the music shit. Like say they got you on social media and shit, like there's a you that's that, and then there's the you that they can call and y'all can talk and whatever. And then I mean, as far as like turning it on and off, that type of shit, it's always best to be yourself around your family, the people that you love and the people that you're with all the time. That's the best advice I can give you, because you can always turn on shit when you're out, and that's probably the best time to turn it on. Other than that, like you don't need to turn shit on when you're at home. Like sure. you're gonna tire yourself out. You gotta relax sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's my take on it.
Shoot. The balance. what you alluded to earlier was, I think, a really big key. You know, just trying to balance out when trying to turn it on and when, you know, you're asked and you're kind of drawn to be the at-home body. But, like, I think it's pretty obvious when it's time to turn it up and when it's time to, you know, relax. And I think that if you're pretty natural in who you are, it's not going to be a thing of turning it on and turning it out. You know when it's showtime and you know when it's not. It's the same thing like everything else. Like growing up. Like playing ball. Like shoot. I'm pretty sure everybody didn't have to grow up rapping against somebody or battling somebody or rapping in front of somebody, freestyle in front of me. Like, it's just like that. Like, you ain't sitting there thinking about raps in your head when somebody say freestyle. It's time to go.
Time to go.
So it's the same mentality and kind of staying with that. What do you guys think? What y'all think?
I mean, I'm a little different. I feel like there is only Lorde Sanctus. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's not turning it off or turning it on. There is only this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what it's always been. I feel like people, and I feel a type of way about like people wanting you to turn it off for their comfort. You know what I'm saying? And that's some shit that really irritates me.
Yeah,
to a high degree.
Like, let me be me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I'm not even speaking to you. Like I wasn't thinking about you when I put this drip on. Like, so don't come over. Aren't you hot in that? Like, nigga,
Oh my God, nigga.
Are you truly concerned?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not.
Like,
You're not
there's
at
all
all.
these little microaggressions that people do that, like, you know, they try to make you think that those things are about you when it's really about them. So, I mean, I've just learned to really just kind of notice all those things and learn how to absorb them and how to deflect them. But it's ultimately like I've just fully accepted my energy, and this is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna take a quick little break real quick, and we'll be back, bitch.
The crowd just moved where I go. I got some bloods in my set. Call us Kaseko. Niggas know we fucking moving with hits.
And I came to score. We already on the board, but now we up more.
We are back with that short intermission, real short. So look, I take it we all like movies and shows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And anime and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? Everything that comes with everything. Black and white question, super hard question. Easy. I do it every question, every episode, just simple. Last week it was Rihanna, J-Lo. This week it's movies or shows.
One of them simple, hard questions.
Movies.
Elaborate. Keep it simple.
It gets to the point quicker. Keep it simple.
Okay. I'd say movies, but I'll watch a whole show in a day, so I guess it'll be like a damn movie, a long ass movie. But I'll pick shows. I like shows.
I say definitely shows, because just right now, like for instance, like the Marvel shows, you get 10 episodes. That's like 10 Marvel movies.
Exactly. Like that's what I'm saying.
Season, and I could just digest shows a lot better. I need to multitask. And movies, I feel like I have to be committed to that shit.
100%.
I say
that
definitely.
time. Yeah, 2 hours straight to it. Like,
It's a lot.
I think I like that concentrating like that. So I'm gonna go with movies. I like just being able to just
Focus on
kind
one
of
thing.
focus in on that time, and then once the movie done, I can not be focused for a while.
I can see.
Yeah.
I can
Sure.
see both sides. Yeah.
What'd you think, OZ?
I mean, till they put TV shows and movies, or in movie theaters, it's movies.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't see no
That
shit in the
makes
theater,
sense.
man.
Okay, I can understand.
I fuck with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I personally, I'm gonna go movies, but a great show is fucking lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's undeniable.
The only
that's-
thing about
you're right,
shows
you're
though
right.
is they drag.
Some of them
Drag.
really do
There's
drag,
about if you go through if we go through just one season, there's about 2 episodes in one season that drags, and then if we say there's a 10 season show, There's about 3 seasons in that drags
just
about
complete
absolute
shit.
bullshit.
No matter what, yeah.
Game of Thrones, one of the best shows ever.
Long.
Right after 5, you can throw that show out the fucking window. But you're gonna watch it because you feel
You're
like
invested 5
it
seasons.
was the best 1 through 5. Nigga, it was the best shit you seen. Breaking Bad, same shit.
Yeah.
It's lit till you get to 5 and 6. You
Yeah.
want Walt to be a little more like, nigga, this is the top. Like, okay, nigga, this was y'all
you're
kept it kind of ground level. Like,
Yeah.
but with movies, you got like
They gotta get to the end, bro.
you got to get there. You know
No,
what I mean?
you're
You
right,
gotta
you're right,
begin it,
you're
You
right.
got to wrap it up. You know what I mean? So I'll go movies, but Black Mirror, Breaking Bad,
Good shows are good. Are just
great shows are just The Sopranos. Those shows are
hell yeah.
they're on
All those shows are crazy.
for sure.
Definitely.
If you had to take one thing with you on an island, so you'll have a significant other and one thing with you, what would it be?
Go for it.
One thing.
Anybody answer? If you got to answer.
A
What
laptop with a battery that lasts forever. built
Oh,
to Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I think
So-
that's
That's
yeah.
everybody answer probably.
I think that's probably. I mean, that's a good ass
That's
answer.
a good ass answer.
Yeah.
What would I take? I'll probably. I'm going.
Fuck the
Are we all on the same island?
No.
No. Hell no. You
Oh,
on
that's
your
a
own
good
shit, my
question.
dog.
Because if he got that,
I'm bringing
and then I could
speakers,
bring
nigga.
some other
If we
shit.
were all on the
bring the
same
speakers.
island, it's going up. It's going up.
Hey,
Man,
you,
I'm by
hey, you bring the
myself.
computer, nigga.
Right, you got the computer.
Hey,
it's
shit,
like
I'm bringing the
it's
goddamn
like the
phones.
platform.
We good.
It's like the platform. You can only take one thing with you.
One thing.
Yeah. So, all right.
You guys seen the platform?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
I mean,
No,
Yeah,
it's a
tell
movie
us.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the platform, definitely watch the platform.
Yeah.
Watch the platform. It's nuts.
Yeah, it'll give you
It's
a
nuts.
mind fuck for sure.
It's nuts. It's literally people go in jail.
is it like it's not even really jail because like they volunteer for that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like.
But you get jail time off. You get
Yeah,
prison
you get
joints
jail-
off.
yeah, you get
If
days
you go
off, yeah.
there, you'll get prison time off. And
So it's like a social experiment type thing.
not necessarily.
No.
It's like
I think I started watching that and I didn't finish. See, it's,
It's
a
good.
movie. I
It's
can't
good.
finish it.
It's good.
Okay.
That shit's really good. So back to the topic. One thing. Everybody's taking a laptop.
One thing, laptop seems like the smartest thing to take right now because music, internet, maybe I don't know.
You
We
don't
don't
get
have no
internet.
internet. Maybe
Internet on the
music.
Hey, if we all take
That's what I'm saying. We got to have the super. I need one supercomputer. Like,
Yeah, forever battery, built-in Wi-Fi.
Just give me
crazy.
I want a survival book.
yeah, Nick is just taking
Survival book?
Just give me a survival book. I'll figure out the other stuff, the entertainment and all that. But give me a survival book. I'll come up with a game with the motherfucking coconuts and the trees and all
you know them.
that's
You know
not
them
bad.
videos we be watching. You may not even need that damn book. Them
Hey,
videos
man.
we be watching. Them they be
Hey,
they be
you
building
know.
the fuck out them things.
I
Oh,
might be
Mobley.
okay.
Talking
Yeah.
about Mobley.
Oh, them
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna have me a little shelter, bro. We
Cap,
ain't gonna have no
have that
electricity
fort.
though.
It's gonna have a pool and everything.
Look, it's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be
But
slide.
look, I'm gonna have to have something I can make some damn music on. I'm gonna be in an island, so I'm gonna carve out a little space. Boom, get a little view off, and then I'm gonna need to be making some beats. And need to be making some records for sure.
Sure.
If I could do that, then shit. What? I'm good.
That's a good life.
That's a good. You see what I'm saying? I didn't flip it.
Leave me there. I'm good.
Yeah.
So after the premiere of the new season, one of my brothers hit me up and had a few questions. So one of the questions, he had two of them. He had a gang of questions, like 7 of them. I'm gonna spread those out across the other episodes throughout the season. But 2 of them that I want to ask you guys. The first one was, with everybody feeling for some reason that rap is easy for some reason. Just like we see now that everybody's boxing, they think that that's easy. So everyone wants to rap, right? So how do we feel about IG comedians, actors, people of other professions now now wanting to put their voice on the microphone and call themselves rappers. How do y'all feel about that? Sanctus, I'll start with you.
I would be completely okay with it if our shit wasn't the only thing that people could just hop into and everybody took seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like if I just started doing comedy, niggas would be like, "What are you doing? Stay the fuck in your lane. You not this. You not built for this. This and this and that." But nigga want to make a rap album or be a DJ or anything that has to do with hip hop. It's like, oh yeah, you could do that shit. Anybody could do that shit. And it's like, I mean, it goes back to not respecting the pillars. You feel what I'm saying? To me, that's how we get there. So that's another argument for that for me. It's just like that. I hate that shit.
Fuck y'all.
What you think, Chris? What you think?
Shoot, I feel like go for it, and this is why I say that. I wholeheartedly believe that you could start and you could try, and it's funny when people think like you said, they think they could just hop in it, but I mean, I'm a firm believer that shit comes to light. So if you whack, it's gonna come to light. So like, I don't know. For me, I almost just personally feel like I personally don't feel like I need to put a gate up for someone's fucking weakness or they inability or their incommitment to going all in on something. I feel like nature. It do that. It's gonna show. It's gonna show how you gonna show how committed you are. And if you're not that committed, it's gonna show, and you're not gonna get it.
But I could play devil's advocate, right?
That's what I was about to say.
So I can get Joe fucking Blow.
Yeah, exactly.
With a dope voice.
That's all I was gonna say.
And
good voice.
Throw it. Not have them embedded in it or want to be in it, and they can't put a pen to a pad. No, people that. Jake Paul, for example. I could write Jake Paul a hit, throw it to him, and it'd be a smash. It's a hit. His voice is dope. He delivered. So it doesn't necessarily have to be his craft that makes it pop. It can be my craft and my hard work that makes his shit crack. I get the check. I'm chilling. And niggas now think Jake Paul is the man. You know what I mean? At rapping or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. I mean, and I feel like that's like winning the lotto, right? That you heard that thing like, I think I forgot if it's a majority of people that win the lotto, they end up spending all that money and ended up broke again, like within years. And I mean, I kind of feel like it's that same thing. If you're not equipped or built for it,
it's gonna show up.
It's gonna show up. And I mean, you might luck up. You know, people luck up. That happens. But I genuinely believe, like, holes get exposed all the time. So, I don't know. That's just my personal.
OZ, you got comments?
You better be fucking nice. You better be real nice at it.
That's real.
If you just,
that's real.
Yeah.
I mean, who the fuck, like, if you nice as shit, who the fuck am I to tell you? They told Kanye he had to be a producer, nigga.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean... Yeah, you better be nice, and if you're not, like those were saying, the world gonna tell you. The world gonna tell you fast as hell.
Yeah. Shoot, a lot of this game kind of is a popularity contest.
For sure.
But a lot of it is when you get into those studios with those people and it's time to get it done. Is it you or is it not you?
Right.
And when
stories come
it
out.
becomes that, and when it then you get separated.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, from the people who have it and the people who don't have it, and that's just within artists. You know what I mean? The fans are gonna have their opinion. You know what I mean? The producers, like, they're gonna have the people that they rather work with, stuff like that. But from artist to artist, like, either you have it or you don't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can understand that. I think that there's just the part that they think is easy is what we've been talking about, is just getting on the mic and just rapping, like, and just saying something and having a good voice or all that. There's so much more to this that like, rap is one thing, but like our like the business, like
For
music
sure.
business, bro. We do so much stuff behind the scenes that like you have to actually be built to really like to go out to go out 3 nights a week and meet people and be performing and being tired and drinking and doing all this extra shit, plus the videos, plus meeting with people, plus doing features, plus all the things that regular artists do in this. Like, bro, and everybody, that's the hard part about it. The easy part is just when we when we hop on a mic and say stuff, it's even harder to write shit. Like, it's easy.
wrote so much.
Yeah, it's easier to fucking just go on there and say what you wrote. Like, that's the easiest part.
What you guys?
I mean, I just, you know, but then there's, you know, Krayshawn, fucking,
Okay.
there's Bad Baby,
For sure.
there's 6ix9ine,
Yeah.
there's, you know, what was his name, White Jesus.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
Slim Jesus. I'm sorry, my
Hey,
bad.
Hey,
You know, there's
drill legend.
even in the age of, and I don't have an issue with Cardi B. You feel what I'm saying? Like she should get
her shit
it
off.
how she should get it.
Right.
But I feel like I get so bothered by the fact that you know, and I do think she respects the culture wholeheartedly. I believe that she does. But I'm just saying because people see her and they maybe don't take her reverence for the culture as seriously. They say, "Oh, she hit a lick. I'm gonna hit a lick."
For sure.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
it is like
And
self-perpetuating.
Yeah, and so I don't care that you do it. Really, I just don't like a lot of people's motivation behind
sure.
jumping
Off
in
of
the
them.
game. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I will say though, like out of the 4-5 people that you said, like we could literally ask for about 4 of them, where they at now?
Right.
But they got the bag though.
For sure.
Yep.
For sure.
Hey man, my little sister just sent me a Bad Barbie song, bro.
Yeah,
And
she's-
fucking talking about that shit slaughter. So she still make music good? Like,
That's crazy.
the fuck? But so I've been having discussions with the versus shit, right? I've been having discussions with different people. And the one that keeps coming around is the Kanye Drake one, which is, you know, cool conversation. I'm a fan of both. So I'm indifferent. You know what I mean? If you go with Drake, you go with Drake. If you go with Kanye, you go with Kanye.
Yep.
Drake.
Kanye. But just devil's advocate. I'm just devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? You know, if he would have said Kanye, I would have said Drake. You know what I mean? That's just where it's at. But there was a conversation me and Sanctus had, and I thought it was pretty interesting. And it was, and I know in this room, it's pretty divided evenly between both parties.
Okay.
So I thought it was good to bring it up.
Yeah.
Pharrell versus Kanye.
Ooh. What? What? As far as what?
Pharrell versus Kanye, 20.
20 songs?
20.
In the verses?
It don't matter. 20. However you gonna
20,
get your
however
20.
you gonna do it?
20.
Wow. What we talking about? Like what?
We talking about Lucifer?
We just stay.
We talking 20 verse 20.
So, all right,
however
so what
you
he
gonna get
produced-
it. However you gonna get it.
What?
You produce your top 20, and Pharrell got his top 20. Kanye got his top 20.
Pharrell got hits, but Kanye's sliding.
Wow.
I don't know.
Pharrell got smashes. I mean, absolute smashes.
He do, but so does Pharrell.
No, that's what I said. Pharrell do.
So
Kanye got them things though.
Pharrell's putting that nigga in the bathtub and scrubbing that nigga.
he said that boy finna scrub him down.
Clean them.
Washing that nigga.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
He baptizing that nigga.
Bruh.
We talking about?
I gotta drink to that shit. This
Yeah,
nigga
come on.
crazy.
That's you know what?
Hey, yo, you gotta drink, sip it.
I ain't even got
Hey,
decision.
and y'all
on
on
it.
camera,
know
if you
I-
gotta drink, sip it.
get your cup.
No, man. Go ahead. State your claim, Chris. What you got to say?
I'm just saying. Literally, that's it's just such a challenge because literally both of them have led waves of music styles. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it's just a hard one. Now, again, me personally, I'm going Pharrell, and it's probably
You smart.
That's
This is what I'm saying.
that's
This
2-1.
look-
That's 2-1.
Okay,
that's
that's
2-1.
Pharrell. But look,
That's 2-1 for
Pharrell's-
real.
Okay, look.
Philly, who you going? Philly, who you going?
I'm going with yeah.
yeah.
Wanna
why
elaborate?
Huh?
You want to elaborate?
I mean, we're not talking. Are we just doing songs that they were on? Or are we doing
No,
songs that
20.
produced everything?
20, everything. However you want to get it. 2020.
Man,
I gotta go yay still.
Yeah?
Yeah.
OZ, what you got? We up 2-2.
You think Kanye got 20?
What?
Oh, what the fuck?
On Pharrell.
Hold on.
Nigga, 20.
I'm
it don't matter who
They
is
both
against. He got
no, they
20
both got
joints.
20 for sure.
I'm gonna add to my
Pharrell
side
got-
in a minute after you finish though.
All right.
Pharrell got 10.
All right, for my
Kanye
playlist,
got 20.
it's Kanye. For like market hits, I gotta go. For
Cuz. Fuck all that. Fuck all that.
got?
20. Who you got, my nigga? Who you got? Versus Kanye, yay. 20 verse 20. Who the fuck you got?
Kanye.
Thank you.
Yay. Okay.
Okay, so
I just got one thing to say, bro. Kanye made that song, that beat for Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I think it was on what, the Carter 3?
it's
Comfortable?
Uncomfortable.
For sure. Probably his best. Like
Best Wayne song. To me.
Okay. I mean,
So-
hey.
so.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Lucifer. Jay-Z.
For sure. For sure.
Hey,
he got
Pharrell
some
made
songs.
Birdman sound how.
And I'm about to say. Look. There was a.
That's hard to do. That's hard to do.
No,
And
you're
there
right.
was
That was
literally,
a smash hit.
You're right.
there was
You're
literally
right.
a season.
You're right,
There was a
Sanctus.
season
You're right.
You're right.
of a couple years where literally on the radio, back to back production was Pharrell.
I say this often.
Back to
I
back
say
for sure. But it was a little bit spread out.
It was a little more different.
Yeah, it was
The
different though.
only
Yeah.
I
comparable
do
run
that.
to Drake's is Pharrell's. I say this all the time. In music, the only comparable run. Pharrell still having runs. He just did Ariana Grande's out. Like Pharrell's on the run still.
Okay.
Drake.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Pharrell are
Kanye not?
But yes.
Kanye not?
still
he's-
going.
But
He put out
there's so
gold
many
album.
antics that I can't. It's the data is not.
He can't fuck
Data
with
is
that.
not. No, it's diluted data to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's just all
yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, he ain't gonna get down
I
with
know
that.
with
I like
Pharrell,
that.
it's on the music. We're
sure.
talking music.
We
Yeah,
talking music.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not talking
We talking music.
banana slides. I'm
We
not
talking
talking.
music.
I'm not
We
talking
talking
porno tapes.
We talking music.
Yeah, you're right.
Talking music.
You're right.
You right.
I personally, I grew up on both of them niggas, but Kanye does something for me personally. Like, it may not be his words, and it may not be, because, you know, Consequence writes him and shit, and Side Prince writes some of his shit, and Pusha writes some of his shit.
Rhyme fast.
Pharrell, I can say, ain't nobody writing his shit. So I can, you know what I mean? I can give you that nod somewhere in there. I can say, you know, it's
Singer, songwriter, producer.
Ain't
is
nobody
Pharrell.
making his beats either.
Yeah, that's facts.
Facts.
can I argue it?
Sure.
Maybe not making his beats, but the Neptunes is always the Neptunes. And we're going to praise the head of something. That's what we're going to do. We're going to look for who the main guy is.
Yeah,
But Chad is that nigga.
Chad deserves
That's a
it.
fact.
So
That's a
I'm
fact.
not saying that you make anything, not saying you make his shit, but
Yeah, Chad's that man.
I would say that I would have to I guess check the stats to know for a fact. But if there's a Pharrell producer on there, I feel like Chad's somewhere on there also.
Not always.
Not always.
No.
Okay. I just
But I do see your point. But that he is not always on there.
okay. And I'm not
But
sure.
I will give him the credit as the architect of the sound. Absolutely. That's a fact.
But Pharrell writes songs, and that's
For sure.
Like I mean, Happy was for Happy.
that's
That's
all
Pharrell.
for
You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
And
Definitely.
That's when he became
that
Pharrell,
Pharrell.
yeah.
Yeah.
fronting. That's
But
for
is
us.
Happy touching anything that Kanye has ever done solo? It's not.
I'm not talking music quality, but to
even
me, Happy is better than like if we talking sellout song for sellout song.
Yeah, I can understand.
I hate she take my money.
For sure. That go nigga
you,
shit ass.
but good
For
life.
sure.
But you got good life.
Power.
You got power. You got
Yeah,
you got
Through the
you got
wire.
Run to the Sun, NERD. You got fucking.
yeah.
But they're not on the level. They not on the level.
What you mean?
They not on that.
What you mean?
I can
Or
name.
sonically.
I can name 6 off the rip joints. I can name them endlessly. We just did it. We just named 5.
See, I can't do that for Kanye. I
But-
don't like 20. I definitely do not like 20 Kanye songs for sure. That, like,
What?
definitely not. Like
Wow.
I like maybe a maximum of 10. Maybe.
Even Kanye produced songs.
I don't like that nigga's beats. I
Really?
never have.
You know
Like,
what I'm saying? You know, like his
I hate his drums, nigga. They dry as fuck.
You're not fucking with the drum.
I cannot stand him.
I can understand.
So you like Certified Lover Boy over Danya?
Oh, big facts. Big facts. I mean, like his new drums and shit are cool. Like but it's all also like I don't like the whole no snare thing. I don't. That's not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just what bothers me too, and this could be a hater thing in me.
Okay.
But I just feel like when you have all the resources in the world at your disposal,
Yeah.
like I'm not saying his shit is whack. It's not. But like that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard. I just the whole
how I would use those.
the whole thing. I just
Yeah.
I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not knocking the nigga's accomplishments. I know his significance, but I'm just saying Pharrell ain't no slouch, bro. Like
No, hell no.
Hell no.
I think it's only about 2 niggas that we can even have this conversation with, really, because I think Pharrell's in his own ballpark with the top. So it's not even about, like, this nigga washes
Consistency,
Scott
too.
Scorch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He washes
Ryan
Teddy
Leslie.
Riley. You know what I mean? He
Teddy
washes
Riley.
these niggas. That's not even in the same ballpark. So it's only Timberland, Ye, Dre, Swiss, Pharrell in that
That's
ballpark
it. Yeah,
for
that's
me.
it.
And because maybe it's because they also do both sides. That is they're high like that, because Just Blaze is also dope, but
He don't
he don't get on wax.
I don't know. I think the beat maker to producer thing comes in with that, and I think that Pharrell and Kanye definitely lie on the producing side, production side. I mean, they could give you the beat and tell you how you should get on it. And,
you're right.
and I think that separates people. You know what I mean? And there is a hierarchy in this, and that's why they're there.
Yeah.
And other people aren't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I just think I'm not within that Kanye umbrella. Like, it's not to discredit him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that it don't resonate with me the way Pharrell resonates with, like, that nigga. Like, even though I know he's doing major sevenths every time and it's predictable, I like
It's all good. It
it's
still
a
feel
unique
good.
sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, from I'm a Slave to You to, I mean, that nigga Pharrell did fucking Ray J. Ray J's first album is so nuts, nigga. Formal Delight. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's what went on there.
Formal, yeah. No, before that.
Before that one.
It's called Formal Delight. Look this video up.
Crazy.
Nigga, it's Ray J's first shit.
This nigga-
Pharrell produced Ray J's first album. And it is the most classic shit ever. Pharrell had Babyface and leather pants, nigga, trying to be Michael Jackson, nigga.
Oh, I'm going to
Like,
go.
God,
What?
like, yes,
Yeah.
bro. Come on, Pharrell, fucking,
I gotta find out.
like, Mystical. Come, let's not forget about Mystical Danger. Shake your
Come
ass.
on, he did that.
Fuck
He
it.
did that.
It's the cool.
I'm a hustler, baby. Pharrell.
He just did
You're
that.
right.
He did that.
For real.
Them cats.
Yeah, Robin Thicke, the She's the kind of girl you wanna marry.
Come on.
Yeah,
That shit sliding. They got sliding. He got sliding. Got sliding.
That nigga did shake it, shake it, shake it, now shake it. She can spend every birthday butt naked. Rex in the
shit.
Oh, yeah, that's
Making
right.
effects.
That's right.
Yeah.
and that's a
SWV.
whole nother
Yeah, it's
Use your
SWV.
heart and not your eyes. Pharrell wrote that.
seasons.
That's what I'm saying. It's the
Seasons.
longevity. It's the
He said
longevity
it.
that
Yeah.
that does do that. But I'm
That nigga is working
can't
on
look,
Blueprint.
We can't
Double
look
the back.
past graduation, and we can't
For
look
sure.
past
Bro, but we're
level.
talking
Facts,
about
facts,
Rex
facts.
and Effects. Kanye didn't even come into the picture 20 years after that. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? There's a whole
Seasons.
20 years before this nigga even existed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fact.
And he's still
Right.
here.
But he got to the heights.
That's facts.
For sure.
Who lit the road up, though? So he
Come on!
Man, come on, dog.
Skateboard P, baby.
Chill.
You know I hate
baby. Out.
You know I won't talk to you. Oh, girl,
Fire.
come on.
Come on.
Hey.
That nigga Pharrell watched
Fire.
Kanye in his own song. What are we talking about? Get out of here.
So
Oh, man.
That's some real
that's some real shit.
Try to hide the game.
So we got fucking
Oh, my gosh. That's right.
niggas.
Damn, go.
No
girl.
cap.
Pretty much, what's going on in the world right now is sensitivity, man. We are sensitive, bro,
Yeah.
and
I'm sensitive.
for sure, you my nigga though, so I care about
For
your
sure.
feelings, and I care about everybody's feelings. But when does it become too much? Because we have cancel culture, right?
Yeah.
And we have all these things that are going on in the world where someone can pull your bread from you, take your livelihood from you
Yeah.
because of misspoken words.
Lay it off your table.
Yep.
How do we feel about that as a collective, as artists, as people that are going to be having that power and that platform like we are now talking to discuss whatever we want and say whatever we want, but at that same token, there is a curse that comes with that.
I personally feel like it's been more abusive than it's been helpful. And that's not to say that it hasn't been helpful and it hasn't, gave voices to people and situations that didn't need it. There's been a lot of situations where, it's been needed, but I feel like, as happens with a lot of power, right? Sometimes you do this good in this situation, and then you let 5 other situations pop up where you try to apply the same thing and it wasn't right for it.
You are? Okay.
So I feel like in a lot of ways it's caught a lot more damage than it has helped. Not to say it hasn't been helpful and it hasn't done necessary good, but I think it's been a little bit more abusive than it has been helpful.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think, Philly?
I mean, as far as like the whole cancel culture and all that shit goes, I think that even like how he was saying in our case, I'm gonna speak from just our case because I'm not gonna speak for everybody else, but just from the things that we do daily and us being together all the time, like it's definitely important to be mindful of the things that we say. Like you tell me all the time, it's definitely it's good to be mindful of the things that we say because they're gonna be looked at and we under a magnifying glass. So it's something that you always gotta. And even if you're not under a magnifying glass, you should always, you should always mind what you say because you never know who you're around and whatever. But at the end of the day, like, people are too sensitive and certain things shouldn't affect people. If it doesn't affect your daily life, then you shouldn't be on the internet screaming about stuff and doing all this extra back and forth stuff with people on the internet. Social media is what's making people the most sensitive, and that's where we're at.
So we're gonna continue this topic in a second. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll come back with Sanctus and hear what your opinion on that is. And we'll be right back, nigga. We back, motherfuckers. We back. we'll continue on the same topic. Sanctus, you remember the question?
Nope.
Damn, I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, bro. I done took a shot at that. Forgot that motherfucker.
It was
Cancel culture.
It was our people are too sensitive.
Yeah.
Cancel culture.
Crying ass niggas.
Good,
Yeah.
Good look, Thrillis, because your boy was out of there.
I personally don't believe cancel culture exists.
Okay.
I just feel like, you know, you have the freedom to say whatever you want to say. There's fucking consequences. Like, if you yell fire in a crowded room, nigga, you going to jail. That's like, you can do it. You have the freedom to do it. You know what I'm saying? But there is a consequence for it. So, I mean, and, you know, all the people that it's interesting to me that, like, I feel like the biggest purveyors of cancel culture kind of like evangelism are the people who talk a lot about freedom, right?
Yeah.
But then at the same time, what they're saying is, I don't respect maybe a private entity's freedom to say, hey, I don't want to be associated with somebody who said or did this. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now, granted, I do think it's a little extreme when you going back 50 and 70 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, it depends. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you rape 70 bitches,
For sure.
go 7.
Yeah,
you should
go
go
70,
back.
yeah.
You should
sure.
go back 100 years for that.
sure.
Go back all to the beginning of time for that.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if you said something as a teenager that
On Instagram, Facebook.
that you didn't know was
Yeah.
controversial, maybe let's see and have some nuance and have some understanding and see if
Context.
there's been some growth. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
That's like even
Said
like
some ignorant when you were ignorant.
Yeah, like
exactly.
it's simple, but like you were saying, because you had mentioned the money thing, like people was losing money over this shit, like
sure.
the baby, and who else it happened to? I can't.
You
even
said it was Justin Timberlake, the baby.
happened to a few. Even
I'm trying
like,
to think of people that are just saying.
Didn't it
shit.
happen like with Doja Cat online or something?
I think
She
Doja
didn't
Cat
really
a little
get
bit.
canceled. She
She
just
didn't
got
get canceled.
called
They
out.
They was on
tried.
her, they was on her ass for that shit or something.
They tried
But yeah,
because
but-
of her.
They
Not
was on
dating
Justin Bieber
niggas.
for the same shit, like
Because he said nigga.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying, bro. It's
he
bro,
was
he ain't.
singing
now
that
he
He was
don't-
singing nigga, nigga, nigga,
Yeah,
nigga, nigga.
and they should be on his mama about that. He was like 6 when the nigga was doing
Hey, bro, it's kind of wild.
That's my nigga, but bro, you can't be
it's like,
singing
you
nigga,
can't be
nigga,
doing that
nigga. Come
shit,
on, bro.
No, but yeah, I think it is kind of crazy. Like you said, it's there's a time. There should be like a period where it's like, all right. Give him some slack, like,
Give
you know what I mean.
people
Like,
room to
don't
grow.
take their shit forever. Like,
Really?
you know,
Exactly,
and taking
exactly.
people's livelihood and their money away forever. Like,
Facts.
that's crazy.
What you gotta say, Thrillis?
I was just saying, like I said, give people room to grow. I mean, I understand our expectation. You wanna put people that you put on a pedestal and whatever, but people are people. They need room. You got to give people room to grow, man. And you know, there's not a lot of that. It's like they exalt somebody up to a motherfucking god figure, but and they don't let them be human. They don't want to give them the space to grow. They want to.
They want him to be God, but then get mad when niggas say they are God.
For sure.
that too.
For sure.
Facts.
But OZ, you got something to say on this topic?
I mean, I just don't think it exists in the sense that I see it thrown around the most. I don't actually see it thrown around the most with celebrities. It's usually some regular nigga on the internet said something heinous and then lost their little job. And then they're screaming about cancel culture, but it's just like Sanctus was saying, it's consequences to your actions, nigga. Like, you was saying crazy shit on the internet and you lost your job.
With your picture on the profile.
Right, with your picture, not even a burner, and not even KDing.
No, yeah.
You got something, Bill?
Well, I mean, I can see it's understandable on both sides. If you have a platform, you should act like it.
Yep.
You should step up to the plate. You should take it serious. It's not something to play around with, and it's not something that
To
you
take
should
lightly.
take lightly.
Niggas don't have that shit.
You know what I'm saying? And with that, some people are going to hold you accountable whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? That is part of the culture. Part of the culture is understanding that there's different intricate levels to this culture. And so some people are not going to like what you have to say, and they're going to try and rally together to not like what you have to say. Right. And if you come back with not the right thing to say, if you let your ego, and if they can smell ego, they're gonna go after that. Come on, man. Yeah. It's one of those things about being humble. It's about understanding that you are learning. It's about accepting things sometimes. And it's about trying to do the right thing. Now, not to say that people don't make mistakes. I think people should be more lenient on forgiveness and like letting things happen. You know, letting growth happen, like everybody has said. But at that same time, like, yeah, let's do it. Like, if you got the platform, understand what you have, take it serious, and if you make a mistake, own up to it, and then be okay with what comes with that. People ain't gonna even be all right with the apology. You know?
But I also think that people are sensitive in the sense that they're too sensitive in the sense that, like, we live in a world where everybody can throw their opinion out there, and then people believe that if you respond to that opinion that you're canceling them or that you're harassing them, you know what I'm saying? And it's like everybody's so siloed that they think that they're the only ones that are allowed to have an opinion, and if you react in a way that they don't like, you're canceling them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think people are too sensitive in that direction.
So
if you're gonna take it upon yourself to like thrust your opinion out there in the world, be prepared for a reaction.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely agree with that.
I think
throw it out there. You better be
able to catch that shit.
Oh man, what?
For sure.
Yeah. Because everybody has a little bit of a, you know what I mean, a voice.
Exactly. We all got the same tools to say the same thing.
Exactly.
So. I think my opinion on it, I said a little bit on it on the Dash Radio interview we had. We are, the world is hella sensitive. And just like we talk to different people different ways, according to who we meet and the position that they're in, we have to be mindful about what we say. And yes, I believe there's no such thing as the cancel culture to an extent. So I was having this conversation with Ozzy and my nigga Mills yesterday, and he was saying kind of the same stance. Mills was in the same stance of Sanctus, kind of like he didn't believe in the cancel culture. And my argument was, if somebody can take, if somebody can take something from you, as far as your level of status, status is about opportunity. If you don't have the opportunity to have a voice, then they're taking something from you. Okay. And that is what cancel culture is. Yeah. Literally, something you've done that affects people that you didn't know that it affects. Yeah. And they're taking your word, and they're literally taking food from your daughter, from your mother, from your household. Because you said things that you may not have known or you did know were offensive. Even as children, we know what's right and wrong. Yeah. So, no, I don't believe that when you go back on my Facebook as a kid, for sure there's going to be shit in there. I probably said some wild ass shit. I'm a kid on Facebook, on social media, not understanding what the fuck is going on, thinking I know everything, typing it out, my first thoughts. Because that's what niggas told me Facebook was about. Yeah. And calculating, typing it with capitals and lowercase spelling, doing weird shit. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, there's going to be something on there. So no, I don't think that I should be punished for that. No. But if I'm on stage right now, and out of emotion I say something that affects a lot of people, with cameras on me, with those same people in the audience that maybe bought a $200 ticket,
knowing cameras are on you,
knowing cameras are on me, knowing I have a public opinion, I'm not thinking it through because whatever the case may be.
And you got to eat that.
And definitely, I don't necessarily think
You can't take food.
It's a double edge. I'm in a both. I'm in
I'm not judging
Also,
nobody.
it depends on what we're talking about. Like,
Okay,
are we talking about
what
the
you
baby?
say, yeah.
We're talking about things that
are we
something
talking about
said.
like the baby missing shows? Because niggas, his publishing was not canceled. You feel what I'm saying?
No, not missing
his
shows.
YouTube. His
Well,
YouTube revenue was not canceled.
No,
yeah,
yeah.
checks coming from
But those are checks.
You know what I'm
Those are
saying?
They have
checks.
checks
But
coming from
those
them.
are $50,000 checks.
So guess what? Like you
That's
don't get those
50,000?
checks, but you don't lose all checks.
Yeah.
I feel
No,
like
not all checks.
But that's
But
not.
show
then
money-
that's
That's
not
not
being
a full
canceled.
cancel.
But
It's
show
not
money-
being
No, he
canceled.
was-
It's-
But
was
show
easily
money,
making
we
like
can
100
say
a show.
facts.
yeah,
Factual.
and he's made
Show
100
money.
a show 90 times before that. So
Yeah,
if he don't have, if he can't take a couple breaks, then nigga, look at your accountant. But
I feel you.
you're not. That's not cancellation, in my opinion.
Oh, no, that's
Well,
real.
in
That's
his
real.
case,
That's
I
real.
feel
That's
that.
real.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
real.
That's fair.
That's
That's a
real.
small recess.
That's
not a
Facts.
cancel.
That's just like
That's a
little
sit
time
down.
out.
That's a little seat.
Yeah.
Little seat.
Yeah.
In his case,
It's a little
Partial
quick
pay-
6 months in
partial
jail.
payment.
Put that
You know
nigga
what I
on
mean? Just sit
punishment.
out. Just sit out real quick.
Do not pass go.
So, there's been a lot of research going on about, going to the moon and about just the stars in the sky in general. We've seen some clips and even random things in the sky. If you go on random nights, I know I personally seen some things that I have questions on. So I'll just flat out ask. This was do y'all believe in aliens? Where do you think they're among us? Do you think, what is your definition of an alien to you? Because everybody has a different opinions on an alien. We talked about witches last week.
Right.
So now we're gonna go into a little deeper.
The alien invasion.
The alien invasion,
Yeah.
If you like Marvel like I do, they have a secret invasion where the Skrulls impersonate people.
Yeah.
I believe that some things, nothing is, we all have an imagination,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing comes from
nothing.
air.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody believes, not saying we should believe everything everybody believes, but in Marvel there's a secret invasion. If you watch Marvel, these aliens, Skrulls, they impersonate normal people.
Yeah.
And they're walking among us. And so my question to y'all is, what do you believe in aliens, and what type of aliens do you believe in, if you believe in aliens?
Shoot, go for it.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I can't say. All right, it's hard for me. Man, this is tough because I don't like. All right, I'm gonna say it. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
It's hard for me to believe in certain things. Just me personally. This
For
don't
sure.
go for everybody. And
It's
this
about
is,
you.
This is just this is just my opinion right here. Is I just don't. I've never seen it, so I can't believe it like that. But I have seen that there's an Area 51. I had there is shit for other beings, like for things that the regular public shouldn't be seeing. You know what I mean? Like they have a whole setup for that. Like, so I don't know what it is, but I know it's something. And as far as like if I could come up with a guess, maybe it's the things that they're creating. I don't know. Like things that they're creating. And it could be, you know what I mean? Like things that they're creating. I don't know. It could be right away, like things that are among us now, things that they've been working on for years. Like, things that they're working on now and still haven't even come in front of us. It's just so many, like you said, movies and shit that we done seen that like, you don't just come up with nothing from nothing. Like you come up with something from somewhere. Like it ain't just in everybody's head. Somebody done seen it before. So, that's what I believe.
Go ahead, Saint. Go ahead and get it.
I'm gonna say real quick. I do believe that there's aliens. I think there are aliens. I don't know the details of them. I really don't personally put in a lot of time in like really like studying and all that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do believe it in it. I don't know. It feels very it feels very I don't want to say it like this, but I will. It feels very egotistic just to believe that there's just beings just where we're at, and that's it. That's just the personal. I don't know the details. I don't know. I don't know the details. I'd rather not be thinking about it too much,
Right.
but I do. To be honest, it's just,
And the simple answer, yes.
yes.
OZ, what you think?
Oh, they here, nigga.
Oh shit, you made me spill, nigga. What the fuck?
Oh, they here, nigga.
They here, nigga. It's that creepy lady staring at you in the grocery store, nigga.
The creepy nigga?
Creepy
Like Men in
nigga,
Black.
bro. It's them. Yep, exactly. It's like, I just hope it's not like Men in Black, bro.
I hope not.
The cockroach niggas that was wearing that nigga skin.
Oh man.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hey, it's sugar water. That nigga crazy.
Wildin', bro.
Head ass.
That's what he eat, dog.
Nah, but it's like the really was
Like a
saying,
roach.
you be a little dumb thinking you the only sentient being out here, nigga.
For sure.
And if they hear, they're smarter than us.
Well, yeah, that's one thing that I will say is I believe in a alien, like believing in that there is a race of beings, you can say, that are foreign to being here, meaning they're not supposed to be, or they ain't from here, or yeah, that's what I for sure do believe. I think there's a lot of evidence to point towards that. I am somebody who has looked into some of that stuff. So yeah, I think the influence is pretty clear. I think the jumps in technology, if you look into that, you'll find a lot of good information in there about how quick technology has advanced and the reasons why. And if you look to events on, you know, the ice walls and stuff like that, you'll find a lot of things.
Caught that little ship.
Yeah. So I think that
about like Antarctica and stuff.
yes,
Okay,
sir.
got you, yeah.
So yeah, like if you look into a lot of that stuff, there is evidence out there, and it's up. I mean, they try to leave it up for interpretation, and that's their way of telling you that it's here. But I think that it's something that they've always dealt with, that they're bringing to the forefront for a reason. Okay, and that I think aliens have been here in that sense, and it's just a matter of the elite having the contact and keeping people at bay.
What you think, Sanctus?
Yeah. I don't believe in it. I just want to hear what y'all niggas think.
This nigga's gonna ask the whole question and say, I don't even give a fuck.
I'm just kidding.
Damn, dude.
AI cross gutty.
I only think of aliens in one context, and it's kind of what you referred to is that. But I mean, I say it in this way: all behaviors are learned. So there's nothing that people do that hasn't. There's no behavior that we haven't seen from somewhere that didn't come from somewhere else. And so I always, actually, I think of aliens in two contexts, but this is the first. I always wonder, where did humanity learn slavery from? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, because it crosses cultures, it crosses like geographical locations.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. You could have never met someone from Europe and they could tell you about niggas as being slave owners, and it's just everywhere. So where did we learn this behavior from?
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
then why is it always non-melanated people enslaving melanated people pretty much? You feel what I'm saying? So that makes me kind of believe that maybe there were higher beings that were melanated and probably of the female gender, and there's some sort of genetic memory that and fear built into non-melanated people, and that's why no matter what, it's always going to come down to we gotta. So there's that sense, and then,
Some
and
shit,
then I
boy.
think that
You pardon today. You pardon today.
I think that also, if you're a Christian, if you say you believe in Christianity, like the Bible is very interesting to me because it says like, man was made in God's image, right? And like Adam was pulled from rib, Eve was pulled from Adam's rib, but life doesn't work like that. There's really never been, ever since that time, there's never been a man
happen again.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So if you reverse it and say God was a woman and Eve was first, and then Adam came from her rib, then she was pregnant, you know what I'm saying? So I think that there's something to that as well, you know what I'm saying? In the garden, the snake being the reference for the dick, and the garden being the reference for the pussy, you know what I'm saying? And then you might have two mongoloid children who might, one Cain and Abel, that might kill each other, you feel what I'm saying? So it might be the female God that told the female Eve to keep Adam out of the garden and away from the fruit. You feel what I'm saying? But he didn't listen, and then they had two crazy kids. You feel what I'm saying? But either way you look at it, I feel like no matter what you believe, there's evidence that there's something going on. There's something. But to me, I'm only interested in that one behavior because it affects us the most.
For sure.
So,
I know, you gotta think that slavery had to have come from.
Yeah, like where the fuck did it come from?
Somebody
like,
gotta teach that.
And then when you look into all the things you're talking about, like the Anunnaki and all that stuff, then they're saying that humanity was created to just mine gold for the gods, and so you feel what I'm saying. So
you look into all of that.
If the first humans were some sort of people who were enslaved by probably darker people, you feel what I'm saying? It might have been passed down to the generations. Don't ever let these niggas get back in power ever again.
Never let it happen again.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. That's the shit I be thinking about, but I don't know.
That's good.
We're gonna close up this podcast with one last topic.
Hell yeah.
And it's something that my boy put me on. He blessed us with doing our first NFT. For sure. Sir. Put money in in the squad's pocket. I appreciate him for that, for sure. He didn't have to do that, but real nigga, real recognized real. So I appreciate him for doing that. I want to thank him on camera.
Yeah,
for real.
Thank you.
But yeah, I want you to, kind of tell the people a little bit about the NFT world. Give out as much details as you want. Be scarce on the details as you want. Just kind of, give us a little drip and knowledge on it.
Yeah, so I mean, we're entering a space right now where the internet is changing once again. Yeah. And so right now, the majority of the world is in a Web 2.0 world, as it's called. And that's the internet of information, so you have an access point to the internet. You can get all the information you want, but you don't really own that information. There's a lot of gatekeepers. There's a lot of middlemen. There's Spotify. There's TuneCore. There's YouTube. There's Snapchat. Yeah, you don't own any of that information. And so Web 3.0 with the invention of blockchain and technologies like that has now afforded us to get into an internet space of ownership. So now you have one access point to the internet. Well, you have multiple access points, but you have one identity on the internet. That's your wallet, and whatever information is within that wallet you own. So, and you can monetize how you see fit. So the way Facebook sells your data in the future, you'll be able to say, hey, okay, JC, I don't know, I say JC Penney, I don't know where the fuck that came from. You say JC Penney want to buy my data? Like, okay, we'll do a little deal, whatever. But like right now, you don't have any say so over that kind of stuff. So the internet of Web 3.0 is allowing you to do that, and NFTs are kind of the first digital products from that internet that you can own. So they're the first pieces of this internet that you can own. And it's really like, honestly, coming to an America that's uninhabited, so there's no violence.
Like digital land?
Digital land. It's like a digital gold rush, digital land rush, all at the same time. It's literally like that. That's the best description I can say. But it's all digital assets that they're actual real world assets that you can borrow against. You can put into DAOs and use them as collateral to pull equity out of and get houses. And people are doing all kinds of insane things with NFTs. But the overall arching thing is that it's a technology that allows you to own pieces of the internet now and to own digital assets. And so art is the first thing that's taking off.
Yeah.
But anything that can be digitized can be made into an NFT. So a PDF file, a doc file, your pink slip, your house, your car note, your and everything like that in the future will be an NFT. I can guarantee you. So I'm encouraging all of my black people to, and all of just my early adopter hip hop family, you know what I'm saying, all my like-minded people to get into this space, because it is the best comparison I have is that it's like hip hop. It's like getting into hip hop in the late 70s and you got all the equipment.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a question on that.
Yeah.
What so I love that you're encouraging people on that. So like, where would you say that people get started on that? Because I know a lot of people probably been seeing it around. Where would you say is the best place to start?
Man, fuck with the Lord, nigga. That's how you gonna get started.
I could put you on in a 24-hour turnaround. You feel what I'm saying? If you want to do that for a percentage, I could do that. But also, I mean, it is
See the Sanctus, man.
the ethos of the Web 3.0 is decentralization. And for those that don't know what that means, it's just really a fancy way of saying that everybody eats. You feel what I'm saying? So in a decentralized world, I don't hold information to myself. It's just, you need it, you got it. You feel what I'm saying? And so for me to I mean, you can come fuck with me and I would happily take a percentage, but I'm a believer in this whole culture of the information is not mine to keep. You know what I'm saying? So I would say, you know, go to YouTube. I'm happy to answer questions, but there's a ton of information on YouTube.
See Lorde Sanctus.
And I'm happy to give people answers and console, you know, take a percentage and all that.
Listen, I'm gonna look at the camera for a percentage. Fuck you talking about?
Come on, putting you on.
But yeah, it's really like I owned Bitcoin when it was at $10. You know what I'm saying? And like I made actually some decent money on Bitcoin, but I bought out. I cashed out way too early. What it was gonna become, and that whole time I've been like, yo, if I could just go back in time, if I could just go back in time, and this has allowed me to really go back in time. I've even said before, I wish I know now what I know, and I could go back to the 80s and like be a rapper and be a producer and be a songwriter. And the NFT space is like that, because the culture is the exact same. Like I've sold, I'm not gonna say how much, but it's been a significant amount of money in the last 3 months. I'm selling NFTs every single day.
Nigga, like hotcakes.
Every single day I'm selling NFTs, and it's because it's like hip hop in the sense that when you find an artist you like, you go down a rabbit hole and say, let me find more artists like that. And so the crypto audience, the NFT audience, is just a bunch of people with money who say, oh, I like their artwork, let me see what else they got. And they just start swooping shit up. So it's not you can't come into it like, I don't know if anybody's gonna buy my shit because nobody streams my music. It's not the same. It doesn't translate that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope. Like I say fuck streams. I'm about to make t-shirts that say fuck streams the whole time.
NFTs, right?
Facts.
Okay.
Anything else? Everybody want to touch? Anything want to touch on real quick?
I gotta talk about this nigga Sanctus business card, bro.
Talk about it.
This nigga slid me a business card at the tavern. Shit was $100 bill. Full size, nigga.
Full size, nigga. Come on.
That nigga got that money.
Come
Get
on,
your
man.
marketing up, nigga.
Hey, man, I'm gonna look at the camera one more time and say this. You sitting right here at the podcast with the marketing gods, okay? If you don't know how to get your marketing up, you can slide it in to the Connected Coast or Lorde Sanctus DM. You can slide into the J Uno or 7 Records DM, and we gonna get your shit cracking. For a fee. For what's the word? For the percentage.
Than $850 though. So it's not gonna be that much.
No, less, way less. Listen, I'm not.
Invest in yourself.
Yeah, he ain't out here to gouge people.
Yeah, I just feel like
We good. We good.
We're gonna work with you.
We're gonna work with you. So
Work it out.
this has been a dope ass podcast. I'm excited. I was excited.
I just want to say thank you for having me. For those of you don't know, because people never really they've seen us on camera.
For sure.
We live 150 miles away.
I looked
from
that
each
shit
other.
up today. I
You
said
feel
that
what
shit
I'm
said
saying?
far as far. I was like, oh shit.
So the fact that like we have linked up on the occasions that we've linked up is no small feat. The fact that people up where I live are paying attention 150 miles away to down here to what y'all doing and vice versa.
Vice versa.
Is no small feat. I've been in the 805 for a very, very long time and I've never seen it like this. So I mean I can't tell y'all how happy I am that crews like y'all exist and that people like you get it and you out here doing what you're doing and putting people on and growing, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like we have a high amount of respect for y'all out there, so I just want to say that.
And we
I
do
appreciate you.
out here too. No cap.
Man, no cap, bro. And it's without being said. I mean,
Hell yeah.
whatever y'all niggas need from us, clearly whatever we need from y'all, it's been love, and it's gonna continue to be love till we take
sir.
over the world. So,
Yes, sir.
Likewise.
appreciate y'all for coming. We will see y'all back next week. We here every Sunday at 4 p.m. until we say otherwise. See y'all next podcast.
Yeah.
Wait up on me, I'm paper chasing, only chasing faces. Your imagination the greatest, how you live and fake it. Pump faking the money up, she get the booty shaking. Baby learning, she tryna earn it, gotta get creative.